The state of current Fortnite is very, very chaotic. There are so many overpowered items in the game. It's exactly what I thought would happen when they said it was going to be a Marvel season. And boy, are these Iron Man mythics pretty crazy. Regardless how you feel about it right now, if you are the one who has the OP items, then you're probably going to have a lot of fun. But if you're on the receiving end and you can't find these OP items, then the game is going to feel very, very frustrating. In this video, I'm going to go over some tips on what I'm doing that is helping me stack up multiple wins back to back using these very OP items and using the movement, and I'm going to explain to you how I mastered movement this season. If you find these tips helpful and they help improve your gameplay, make sure to hit like and subscribe and comment down below what you guys think so far of the chaos. So first thing we're going to talk about is these Iron Man gauntlets. They are crazy overpowered. I'm pretty sure they're going to get nerfed, but as of right now, their lock-on system and ability to be flying around in a jetpack and barely have to aim at your opponent is crazy. Now here's the movement that I'm talking about here. Jetpack and Shuri gloves. Carry both and do double mobility, which means you use your jetpack to cancel out in the air, to cancel out that jump in the air, which allows you to follow up with another dash with the Shuri gloves. So if you use the Shuri gloves, you dash, cancel it in the air with a jetpack, boost, and then do the Shuri gloves again. Just rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. If you use your ultra, you're able to do it for much longer. Check out the gameplay here, how I'm in a fight right now, but I'm using this double mobility to rotate somewhere, get health, and then continue to rotate. See, this guy's pushing me here. I'm using the Iron Man gloves. I'm gonna go fight him, but then I realize now I'm fighting two people, so switch to the Shuri gloves. I accidentally land down here, switch to Iron Man again, take a couple shots. Now at this point, I am getting lasered myself, so I do the smart thing here, Shuri gloves, and rotate out of here. See, this double movement just allows you to really get away from a team if you're getting lasered and rotate. So I highly encourage you to carry jetpacks and Shuri gloves both in your inventory, and then practice getting around the map doing the double mobility in the air, because once you get the hang of it, you're going to be using it a lot during your fights and when you're rotating. It is very, very handy. That team that we were fighting, we end up fighting in the end anyways, but under much better circumstances. We have zone and they have to rotate in towards us. It's very easy to shoot out an Iron Man out of the sky as long as you have a decent weapon with good aim. I know he was weak, so I push him with the Iron Man gloves, and it's a very easy finish. Again, double mobility allows me to rotate quickly towards the back, and I'm able to pop off this big pot before I get back into the fight. I get back just in time to catch this guy running up to the top and immediately knock him down with the Iron Man gloves. This leaves the last person left in the house, which they stand no chance if we're both out here waiting for them to run out. And of course, the Iron Man gloves just immediately locked on, make that an easy kill. These Iron Man gauntlets, again, are probably going to get nerfed, but until then, if you see them, just pick them up and use them because they're very easy to use, very satisfying. They only do 30 damage, but as you can tell from the gameplay, if you know how to use them, you still take cover, you still are slick with your movement, your jetpack movement. People just don't stand a chance. Let's move over to a ranked game where we run into the raft and the medallion team already has the medallion. They are hiding here waiting for the medallion to scan us. Just because we're scanned, we don't panic. I'm going to use this to my advantage. I scoot over to the right, separate myself from my teammate. They immediately start to rush, and then I rotate back. Now this guy's focused on my teammate, which allows me to shoot him with my shotgun continuously. Now as I finish him, the other guy is focused on me. My teammate's steady shooting him, and I return the focus back on him. Boom. Easy kill. They got the medallion, but they delivered it back to us anyways. One thing I want to point out in this ranked match here, we caught someone trying to revive, so I throw a bunker. Now if you're in this situation like myself where they're on the other side, what you want to do is aim for the corner of the bunker so the tires do not push you back and you're able to climb over easily and catch them off guard.
Dead, got him.
That's nice, dude.
I recently dropped a video going over my sensitivity settings on my PS5 controller. This is the reason why I adjusted my sensitivity. You can see I do a lot of flicking adjustments here. I know he's jumping, so I follow forward, but then I flick my analog stick back towards his body to get that last shot in. So really fine-tuning my analog sticks has helped me tremendously, especially using the Monarch pistol when I'm doing long-range aiming. So if you're having trouble with long-range aiming, check out my video on going over sensitivity settings for the controller and see if maybe you might need to adjust your settings as well. Once my teammate goes down over here, I find Fry, laser him with the striker. He uses the gloves. Bad move on his part because I have a jetpack, which allows me to thrust backwards and get an easy kill. If you only have the gloves, make sure you're being smart when you're pushing someone, especially if they have a jetpack, because the mobility on the jetpack definitely beats the Shuri gloves. Now, if you combine them together, however, like we were discussing, the movement is just insane, especially when you activate your ultra like I do right now. I'm just able to dash in the air straight to the reboot van, no worries whatsoever. Now, if you just have the Shuri gloves, you can combine it with the dashes to get really far. For example, you jump up, use the Shuri dash, and then you follow it with some dashes. You can go a lot farther. See right here, I fizz, do a Shuri dash, and then use all of my dashes to get across from the raft to the other side here. So you can definitely get some distance. Just make sure you play around with combinations of movement and see what works best for you. The Ranger pistol is a very, very underrated gun. Even here I have no scope, but you can see how quickly it does damage. So when I close in, I'm able to finish them off quickly with my shotgun. Once I lose all my shield, you'll notice how I'm able to quickly rotate with the Shuri gloves and the jetpack. As I'm fizzing, I'm rotating in back because I know for sure they're going to start trying to res these people, which they are. I want to make sure I'm fully reloaded though before I go in for the kill.
Push, 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 push. Knocked her.
Get the full kill on that person. The other person went on top of the tree, but my teammates do end up getting them. One thing I want to point out here, if you have a crown and your teammates don't, you can do what's called swapping crowns. You drop your crown and you pick up the other crown. That way the timer resets and it doesn't disappear on them, so your teammate is able to pick up the crown. You see island in the distance. Again, I activate my Shuri dash, but I do my ultimate and then I combine it with the jetpack. So you're able to dash, cancel with the jetpack, and then just rinse, repeat, rinse, repeat. As you can see in this clip, I'm able to go all the way to the island using this movement. So to me personally, this movement is just what is keeping me alive in these crazy matches. Here we're fighting another team here in duos. I jumped into a duo random. I carried EMPs with a jetpack, disabled his vehicle. That person gets knocked. His duo was following me, turn around, quickly spaz that shotgun while crouch spamming, and we get rid of that dude. Same match, we're trying to capture island and we get jumped by these two guys with jetpacks and auto turrets, thinking that they're gonna do some crazy play, but I am aggressively focused on that guy. Make sure I knock him with the shotgun, shock up. Even though I have no shield, I continue to aggressively track this guy and just honestly having a blast with jetpack and this shotgun. These last two guys over here were pretty much stuck with no movement from what it seemed like, because they each had what seemed like shield bubbles for days. But their movements and rotations were predictable. And again, these Iron Man gauntlets make fighting much, much easier.
30 on him. 45 on him. On the guy across.
Watch how this glove just locks onto this guy. Now I know he's super weak, so I'm going to focus on the other guy, and this guy's toast. Hope this video helped you out, guys, but this season so far is completely wild. Go ahead and take advantage of the very OP items in that double movement I've been talking about. Don't forget to hit like and subscribe. Use code READYUP in the item shop, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.